Destruction doesn't always require violence, insult, or confrontation. Sometimes, the most effective way to destroy someone is to let them ruin themselves, with a little strategic help. Niccolò Machiavelli mastered this art centuries ago. He didn't advise open war unless necessary. He advised exposure, elevation, silence, and letting enemies hang by their own ambitions. In this brutal and eye-opening breakdown, you'll learn exactly how to destroy anyone without ever throwing a punch, raising your voice, or stepping out of line. No violence, no rage, just strategy. 1. Defeat their reputation, not their words. The strongest blow you can land against a person is not a punch, it's a whisper. Machiavelli taught that reputation is everything. To destroy someone quietly, you must weaken the image others have of them, not the person themselves. Spread seeds of subtle doubt. Ask questions rather than make accusations. Use phrases like, "Have you noticed?" Or, "I wonder if they're really what they say." Let others finish the destruction for you. When their reputation crumbles, their influence dies, and you never had to raise your voice. 2. Let their ego dig their grave. Most people will self-destruct when handed power they don't know how to manage. Machiavelli saw pride as both a strength and a fatal flaw. So feed their ego. Praise them excessively. Make them believe they're untouchable. Then step back. The proud often become sloppy. They overextend. They insult others. And when they fall, it will look like their fault because you didn't push them. You just stepped aside. 3. Starve them of attention. People crave validation. The moment you stop feeding their need for attention, they become desperate. Machiavelli would say, silence is a weapon. To destroy someone emotionally, remove your recognition. No responses, no compliments, no confrontations. Let them exist in a vacuum. They'll panic, they'll reach, they'll unravel. And the beauty is, you said nothing. 4. Isolate their influence. Take away their stage. Don't attack them directly. Attack their access. Create new circles. Elevate other voices. Redirect influence to different people. Over time, they will become irrelevant. Even if they still speak, fewer people listen. And Machiavelli taught that irrelevance is the slowest, most humiliating death. 5. Weaponize their own words. Listen more than you speak. Collect what they say and use it against them, but only when the timing is right. Let them rant, boast, or lie publicly. Then, later, bring back their exact words, calmly, and in front of the right people. Machiavelli knew the best damage is done by the victim's own hand. You just help them hold the mirror. 6. Reward their weakness, not their strength. When you want to see someone crumble, start praising their worst behavior. If they're arrogant, feed it. If they gossip, encourage it. If they're lazy, give them more comfort. Why? Because you're pushing them further into their weakness. Eventually, they become consumed by it. They think it's strength, but it's self-destruction. Machiavelli believed true enemies don't attack, they corrupt. 7. Outshine them without competing. Don't challenge them. Don't oppose them. Simply do what they do better. Be more consistent, more composed, more respected. Machiavelli knew that nothing humiliates a person more than being silently outdone. If you steal the spotlight without ever confronting them, their collapse is internal. 8. Disarm them with kindness. Use politeness as a smokescreen. The more courteous you are, the less they suspect you're working behind the scenes. Kindness confuses enemies. It makes them drop their guard. And while they lower their defenses, you observe, calculate, and act indirectly. As Machiavelli would advise, never let them know the knife was yours. 9. Feed them false confidence. Let them believe they've won. Allow them small victories. Applaud their mediocre efforts. They will grow overconfident and blind. When someone believes they're in control, they stop preparing for loss. That's your moment to strike, not physically, but with outcomes. Machiavelli used overconfidence as a weapon. A prideful enemy is easy to dismantle. 10. Let their allies become their enemies. Divide and conquer doesn't require battle. It requires silence. Plant seeds of doubt among their allies. Point out contradictions. Encourage hidden jealousy. Let others question their loyalty. Machiavelli believed that if you want to destroy someone, let their circle implode. The betrayal from within hits harder than any external attack. 11. Remove yourself and let their world crumble. Sometimes the most strategic move is simply disappearing. When you remove yourself from their equation, support, attention, presence, they are left with their own machinery. And if it's faulty, it collapses. Machiavelli knew the power of withdrawal. Let them fall, not because you pushed, but because you weren't there to hold them up. 12. Mirror their insecurities publicly. Without calling them out, reflect their flaws. If they gossip, mention how harmful rumors can be while they're listening. If they lie, bring up integrity in a conversation with others present. Do it gracefully and never name them. The shame will eat them from inside. Machiavelli would say, let the guilty convict themselves. 13. Rebuild their opposition silently. Support those who they try to destroy. Help their enemies rise. Not loudly, strategically. Machiavelli loved indirect influence. You don't need to attack your rival. Just empower those who oppose them. When their enemies become stronger than their allies, they weaken by default. 14. Master what they pretend to know. If they act like experts, become the true master. Don't call them out. Just perform. Quietly outperform them until others naturally turn to you. Machiavelli believed people would abandon false leaders once real value appeared. Let your skills be your sword. 15. Control the narrative they can't escape. Write the story before they can. If someone tries to undermine you, Machiavelli suggests getting ahead of them. Not through defense, but through storytelling. Control what others hear. Shape perception. Make their attacks look like envy. When their version arrives late, it's dismissed. 16. Give them enough space to fail publicly. Don't correct them. Don't advise. Don't interfere. Let them speak too long. Let them act too fast. Let them make the mistake you already saw coming. Then step back. Their own momentum will bury them. Machiavelli would call it assisted failure. 17. Applaud while they collapse. Smile. Nod. Support them publicly. Let others think you're their biggest fan. It makes the collapse more ironic and more brutal. Machiavelli's genius was in passive domination. Let their downfall be a performance they wrote and directed. 18. Exit before they realize you beat them. When the game is won, leave. Don't stay to celebrate. Don't throw in their face. Simply disappear. Machiavelli taught rulers to be ghosts of their victories. You'll have already won, and they won't even know when or how. If this script opened your eyes, take control of your power quietly. Like this, if you've ever let someone destroy themselves, comment which tactic hit hardest. Share this with someone who's ready to win without war. Subscribe for more brutal truths, Machiavellian wisdom, and psychological strategy. Because remember, the most effective destruction is invisible. And as Machiavelli would whisper, why fight when silence kills slower